monkeys, it's Alexa. I wanted to give you a quick heads up about a book that I read recently that was right up my alley. It's about how to be a badass, or more specifically, how to succeed by letting other people be badasses around you. So this was a book written by Kathy Sierra, and she's been well known for a number of books that she's written in the software development community. But her most recent book is called Badass, and there's a subtitle to it. But basically she says, you know, we're all trying to win. This is applying to companies, but I think it actually applies to people like us as well, artists and musicians and others. You know, everybody's trying to win the like and friend and follower game and get more of these people with sort of this mythology that it'll be us directly to these people selling what we do to them. And the truth is, it doesn't work like that. It's still the word of mouth. It's still that other person telling their friend, you know, I just heard this person and they're amazing. And so what happens with music is, you know, how this applies to music is that I think when people share music, they're sharing that sense of discovery. Like, when I share this sound with you, I'm going to look like a badass because I know about this incredible thing, and here I am sharing it with you. So it's not so much a sense of utility. It's sort of this mysterious quality. And the example she gives with photography, for example, she says, you know, before they sell you the fancy camera, they put up these glossy brochures, you know, and advertisements that show what a great photographer you're going to become with this camera, and, you know, photographing from planes and in canyons and doing all these incredible things. And then after you buy the camera, they give you a little black and white schematic that's impossible to understand, and that's it, you know, and you're expected to go figure out how to be this tremendous photographer. And she said, basically, that's backwards, you know. Once you get that camera in your possession, what you want to become is a total badass with the camera. And she said, you know, so you need to create this pathway past sort of the point of sucking to the point where you're going to start to get to be pretty good. And so basically companies have to provide this pathway to that. I just thought that was such a great argument and a great observation, especially since we all are struggling for popularity. I mean, the funny thing is, you know, I'm in the music business where we struggle for audiences and popularity, but now not only are we struggling for, you know, audiences, tickets, you know, butts in seats, everybody is, like, you know, our parents are, and the local copy shop is, and you know, all of our friends have their own little gigs and businesses that they're trying to promote, and small and medium and large companies are all trying to do this. So the noise is tremendous. And so what she's saying is, when you offer a way to be a total badass by your association with whatever this product is or service or, you know, in my case it would be music, well, that is going to spread far more than this sort of sense of like me, you know, give me a thumbs up and become my friend and my follower and my fan, which she says is sort of a never-ending game. Now, one thing to be aware of is that Kathy Sierra, unfortunately, she's sort of like a poster child for online harassment. So it's possible that she's biased in the sense that she had to basically get off of the internet because of the horrible things that a very horrible hacker did to her, doxing her and things like that, which really was completely irrational. It made no sense whatsoever. And it was very sexist and, you know, all the usual stuff. And it wasn't Gamergate per se. It was just, like I said, it really was quite random. But so that could be, you know, part of the reason why she thinks, you know, trying to win the Twitter battle isn't, you know, and be a trending topic isn't really valuable. The other point that she makes that I loved is how she illustrates mastery. And so she kind of, you know, imagine 3 Post-its, you know. So you've got, you know, where can I put these? I can't put these anymore. Let's see. Can you see this? There we go. So those are your beginner skills. Those are your A-level skills. These are your B skills, your B-level skills. And these are your C-level skills, your mastered skills. So beginning, getting a little bit more proficient, and now you're mastered. You're a badass at this point. Well, here's the interesting thing, and I love this point of view. The reason why we become mediocre, according to her, and she has some support for this theory, is the skills that are in this mastery column, what happens is they deteriorate over time if we don't renovate them. And so, and of course, we're always adding things to the beginner column. We're always, so this is constantly in flux, all of these points. But the idea that we're going to master something and then that we never have to sort of relearn it is totally erroneous. And I thought that was so impressive because sometimes I don't understand why I'm sucking at something that I have done all my frickin' life. And I'm like, why? What's wrong? Well, it's that sense of you have to break it back down again. You have to, some musicians talk about slowing things back down to, you know, a glacial pace so that they can kind of relearn them, reintegrate them, and of course, possibly find new levels of mastery. So I recommend looking up this book, Badass, and you will feel like a badass after you read it. And tell me what you think. If you agree with her theory, if we should stop sort of pursuing popularity, since everybody's pursuing popularity now, and instead find ways to make the people who follow us or make the people who use our services or listen to our music, make them into badasses themselves so that they'll tell everybody, I'm a total badass because I drink this coffee, or I listen to Alexa sing, or I salsa dance with Pacific Mambo Orchestra. You name it. All right, I hope that was helpful. And, oh, by the way, you know I wrote a book on practicing, right? Okay. So, finally, I had to take advantage of all this makeup and hair because I'm about to do a gig, but when I am all made up, you know, hey, I got to do a video, right? All right. Bye-bye.